Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Because this is no ordinary. All the other walls on all... Oh, Wallfar. Absolutely. Cindy the Skull has a... Yes. Great thinking. You see a young man.
Not looking for any trouble, officer. I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarme.
Don't let him go.
Is it really that...
Like a nervous cat.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this... My name?
That's definitely...
No, of course not.
Ask him...
And I really need to finish this cigarette. I can tell that you find... Oh.
Wait.
No, not you. Someone... I couldn't... Last week? I don't know.
He's deflecting.
It was my Sunday.
Makes sense. Friends are nice on... He doesn't reply.
No. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains? For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something...
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
But, hold on. What's that? For a split, it's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud.
Have you no shame?
René, you're a man.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work. The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it. Probably a sponsored ball. Already, your muscles are adjusting to the weight. The nervous system calibrated. A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is an embodiment of pure motion. Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
A whorehouse of shit. It wasn't whorehouse of shit. The shot was at least 23 meters.
What the hell is your problem? I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful. You vandalized our game, son. We can't play pétanque with 5 bull. Well, it damn well isn't. It's pétanque. You ruined a pétanque game. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a...
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull. Will this... No, it will goddamn not.
Thank you, officer. This is really something... Honestly, I think it's...
Mon Dieu. All right.
Yes. Why did you come here? It's unlikely they know anything about the murder.
Yes, the Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights. No, I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight. Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Being on a tour, it's a private matter. Not...
You see, officer, René is the kind of man would rather die than admit...
I'm fine, goddammit. Mind your own business. No one. The bus has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me. Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officer. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before René. Monsieur Claire had that bus built specially for him. It's mostly...
The possibility of some...
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words. Oh, I didn't mean to imply there's something wrong with that.
Yes.
He is not going to become an entrepreneur.
She is nobody.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Yes. Like I said, I would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp. Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely. In Martinez, the union is the cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
I'm confident they are indispensable in regard to all the paperwork and other administrative duties. I am merely stating that nature, in her infinite wisdom, has made men more fit to perform certain... remaining headstrong, making tough decisions on the spot, or even tackling physical obstacles are a few examples of such. I don't want to get into this argument with a police officer. Let's just say that in the last 82 years, I have repeatedly seen my beliefs confirmed in full. Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game. Yes, it It was left by heavy artillery fire. Why what? Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home. Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality. Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
This place is a damn beachhead, son. They had to soften the commies. Yes, the military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in '08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta. This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most like
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too. The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still all influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific...
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
No, they don't. But I'm sorry it had to be the coalition. After 8 years of fighting rabid commies, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol. Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with. It doesn't. That was 100 years ago. A damn Frissel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frissel. He would have... The suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the Fifth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire. It's a Bell McGrave. 4.46. This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her? I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them any. Ah, yes!
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. So decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood. A nation is only as strong as its leader.
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
The carabiner doesn't reply. No one and nothing can change this man's mind. He is as rigid as they come, still in that antique uniform.
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple-nosed candy the nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts.
Connoisseur.
His egocentricity is borderline legendary.
You can't even take the responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the... That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine, for clarity of vision, to aid in their work. Regnum cocainum, Revachol's finest years. Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. A court medic administered a dose to his mother when she was in labor, and it is well...
Higher realms. He's just making excuses for the king's habits, isn't he?
It's really not. Please, do spare us the cocaine fairy tales.
Right.
I have really outdone myself.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat arse of yours.
René, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a... hello, officer. How might I be of... Oh, sweet Jenny. She was...
Do not defile her memory, Gaston. Let her rest in peace.
His tone lacks its usual intensity, like he doesn't feel he has the right to speak on the matter.
We knew her, all right. Lived on the same street out. She was René's first girl back when the prick was 16. They were courting till he decided he'd rather die for some great ideal than...
And then you stole her from me.
Oh, officer. It already got ugly nearly 80 years ago when the three of us were...
You stole her from me.
Well, technically, you stole her from me, because we'd been pretty close.
We were just boys then. No point starting this all over again. For the 1000th and the first time.
She died of pneumonia 2 winters ago. It was a quiet passage. Peaceful. René and I were both by her bedside.
Died. No use should...
Departed. Until the very end she couldn't decide between... She could never make up her mind about anything. What to have for breakfast, favorite color, or which one. She was always leaving one of us for the other, but never long enough to actually get married. Heck, technically, we both...
You always confused her. Couldn't let us be happy. Seduced her with your fancy words and pastries.
He suddenly remembers you are still...
Of course, officer. Memories are all we have left. Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really. No, I'm sorry. And
Then help him, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the ghost caviar in the Union.
He means caviar socialists.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip.
Respect!
I'm not.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone impotent in the... Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I told...
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on. You don't know history.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath. There he stands.
What a prick. The officer was...
Where were we? What a joyous way of putting it.
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties. Help. Oh, yes. Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a member.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. I hate the socialist rabble, but even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence, never committing to anything.
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs some... Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just a sec...
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and...
I don't even consider myself a regular socialist. Politics is not really something I involve myself. Officer, I have a vivid imagination. And like I said,
He just fluffs it up.
Of course. Don't sink into anything. Don't sink into any fight. Only sink...
I prefer highly adaptable myself.
Mon Dieu.
Thank you, officer, for being a consummate... I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share...
The only one you have.
The sandwich looks like a culinary wonder. Well made and abundant in components. The author sure knew their craft. In addition to the obvious slice of ham, a fat one, you notice a brim of a tomato peeking from below, and...
Believe me, officer, I wish I could help you, but I need this sandwich to keep my blood sugar stable. In my age, you need to pay attention to these things. Fuck off! It's mine! Sorry, officer. I'm sorry. I did...
When the dissidents come to rape our country, he hides. But try to get a bite of his dear sandwich and he gets claws? You're a special kind of vermin, Gaston.
A stone, like any. There's a key beneath it. Rust looks like it could belong to the building.
Hello again, officers. What for?
Well, if it's for art. But
What kind of art are we? Sounds like you're just about to live out your self-pity. You're about to cry internally, aren't you, Piggy? Oh, pathetic. Just give up. Art isn't for you.
They do say the painter always paints his own portrait.
That's pretty fucked up. Even for you, Piggo. You're a real sad sack. You know that? Go ahead then. Art it up. Just try not to hurt yourself. Oh, but I'm all out of fuel oil. Yeah, fuel. What do you think I was using? Aquarels? The government uses such a nice red colour to mark.
You know what you should be able to find in your government-issued vehicle? Red. Are you kidding me? Fuel oil is so much cooler. No way you're disfiguring that beautiful wall with something as pedestrian as ordinary paint. You see ahead. The door, this door, still.
Can I help you? You sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. Your feet ache. The twiddling barely keeps your hand. Time passes. The sun draws ever. You finally stop. Indirect modes of taxation. Turns out those Financial Oversight Committee gangsters stuffed millions of hard-earned dividends away in the last place anyone thought to look, the hearts and minds of everyday Rivasholians. You need to spread that deregulation gospel to the people. Tell them about that foreign fair tax. You see a set of tire tracks in a brown slush that cop habit. This isn't case-related. The woman still has her eyes.
Where am I? Who are you?
The smile on her face has disappeared, replaced by the weary aspect of...
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s. Back in Methka, during the time of the revolution. The side walls until you came along, that is. This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you. His head...
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen.
In all likelihood, it's a world that's only ever existed in her mind.
someone was. They are someone's memories, boy. What they're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful.
She seems to derive some bitter pleasure from this strange thought, as if the past will one day wipe the present away, like a tidal wave approaching.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring, while you, people, were tearing each other apart.
The Republic of Mesk is a massive confederation on the Isola of Muindi, the world's largest state by territory.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole. Diamonds? Of course not. But whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine. I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean. Of course it does. What did you expect? Diamond. Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I quit then it's contraband, Loman. What? Do you want to take an old...
Bad hand. Hermenegildos's bad hand strangled 300 people. What can I...
Of course not. To truly understand the boyadero...
The boyadero, Boya for short, is a cowherder from upstream Magritte, the great steppes of northern Mesk. People like Manana at the gates have turned it into an ideology of sorts.
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the west. Don't be stupid. The boyadero returns from the western plain a changed man, one night. As he and his beloved are out walking along the river, so the boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Magritte. Then he rides off, because they were the most beautiful. A true boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself.
What if to truly love a boyadero is to float lifeless downstream?
What do you mean? Because I'm one of the best caminers around, that's why. The Monozov's Land, the Transcatolia Magistral. You for 1A. At Estradas do Mirador. All the good ones. The deep trenches. Where the Irmao. I already am dust. What do I need drugs for, Loman? What I see, what I feel. The great adversary. No drugs can compare. Yes, there is a protagonista and an adversario.
Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary, the great unrest.
Then what we're...
This line of questioning is going nowhere. Try hard.
Why would I want to do that? Loman, what in the name of God are you talking about? Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way. Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat, on the U41A. What do you think? No, Loman, diamonds. Easy. He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Diamonds are good for you, Loman. You should try them sometime. Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or I can just relax and let my... Yes, go. Enough job.
Jamais vu. Derealization. Jamais vu. The opposite of déjà vu. Not already seen, but never seen. Everything that should be familiar appears strange and new, like some half-forgotten day in your childhood. Only...
slow again. You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see. Very rugged. Good choice. Now, I suspect you had questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day. Am I right? You're back. Good.
The fan stands still. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face. The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to
Here we are again, my broken bird. The waves are coming, carrying you away. You're not cooperating. It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly.
That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the... Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
Now, you're finally thinking about something other than yourself. Let's see how far that'll get you.
There's no dignity here. Only reflections of your body mass. Flashes of the day. You're just stuck here. In the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start? Sure you do.
Some of them are. Some, at least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets. People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these...
Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it?
The door...
Yes?
Can I help you? Got the 20. Good. You...
Oh, hello, dear.
The woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
I would really prefer not to talk to you.
A patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant.
I'm definitely not the cavalry. Yes, I am. I know.
Here's the
It's hard to tell whether he's sarcastic or sincere, but if you
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you? No, you're not. You're not the only cop in the world. Okay, fine.
What does one talk about with a fellow officer?
What precinct?
Am I from? God.
Fucking deranged lunatic.
You're getting an intellectually unsatisfying vibe from this conversation.
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything, Judith. Me? No. I'm just a man with sunglasses. I like...
Okay.
I'm just looking...
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
Yes. A policewoman who just wants to do her job. That's all.
You look like shit. And I don't mean that as a metaphor. Yeah, I know.
Oh, come on, Jean. It looks like it's been a rough week.
It's not just this week. What do you want?
There's something about this guy that matches with a face in your head. A similar.
I'm not good.
It's not my style, he thinks, glancing at the man in sunglasses. And there's something that binds you to him. Some kind of an outfit, maybe. A uniform. Exactamundo. Of course, you don't have to. You can talk about anything.
About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like? Yes, a superstar.
He didn't answer your question.
No.
No,
If I wasn't clinically depressed, I'd burst out laughing. But I'm gonna go with no right now. Actually,
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say...
Hear that? Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your...
So, do you know who hanged him? Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. Why are you? Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? Watch out for yourself.
That voice, so very familiar. Did you hear it when calling to your state?
Oh really? I wonder where. That's the where you remember me from? You don't say. Goodbye then.
The man pondered.
I've got nothing to say to you. I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you...
Even though she has excellent control over herself, you caught her off guard. Push her some more.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel.
You set the pace and the topic of these conversations here. Establish that.
I am a legal counsel. Don't make this personal.
A very minor victory. Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers. There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside. Call the Mama Dakwa. It's not only your eardrums that register sound anymore. Your very skin has become an organ of hearing. Looking for a whisper, light and low. A god who's very, very silent. Nothing escapes you. A cockroach in the other room. A candy wrapper. Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn.
This is where you say your bid.
Detective.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
What, is he fucking kidding? This guy hot.
Hey, asshole, up here.
We're looking for Titus Hardy.
Oh, this is about...
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get real ripe and pretty for you.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than...
No. I's here. You got business with my boys. You got...
He understood what you were doing.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy.
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
Yeah, you're not even being fucked, Dennis.
Easy, fellas. We got company.
Too late. You already scanned the room. You got a pretty good of the actors here. You could take another look at the tracks in the mud on the crime scene. Compare it to these guys. There are several footprints in the mud, left by 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. Where else have we seen a gang of men in work boots? 1. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 46. Just like Titus was wearing in his booth. This is it? They didn't even bother to change boots. Putting them on the 2. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. 3. Hobnailed work boot. 4. Standard work boot. 5. Another standard work boot. Reinforced. 6. Light as air. Same better late than never, detective. The 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 48. Another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole. The right sole.
7 sets of tracks, right? Yeah. That's all? Interesting.
Note to self. A leader like Titus doesn't let one of his guys out of sight easily, especially at a time like this.
Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul. I would someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a...
He regrets it the moment he says it.
I don't know why I said that. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
He doesn't seem to hear you, looking south toward the traffic jam.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? Mm-hmm. I'm guessing that's the skinny Hardy boy. The one with his front... Yes, well, he did look a bit like a rat, you're right. I could still be wrong, but 200? This could be the combined weight of 2 people, 1 car...
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows. Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between 2 men. Anyway, a week maybe? 7...
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7...
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the...
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his...
Indeed. They all stood in a row.
So far, so good. Only one thing.
Of course, there were 8 tracks, but there are only...
Mm-hmm. Which one is missing, do you think? I'm going to say it was our Old Soul. Yes, I doubt the Hardys are going to tell us who this person is. For now, it's best if we just keep our eyes open. I'm sure...
Behind the dockworkers, a seat.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. The pretty boy. You guys really...
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Container belt, like we use in the harbor, because we took it from the harbor where we were. We did this together, all of us, until he was dead. God damn.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest.
We hanged him up by his neck.
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
You're pretty sure you've had at least 2 years of cop school.
The autopsy showed there were no ligature marks. His hands were not tied. Can you explain that?
We...
Yeah, I knocked him out. Came up.
That's right, lawman.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first, then see if it all adds up.
My fucking elbow, Copper. Samaran boxing style.
Samaran boxing, or Sambo, is an eloquently violent set of one-on-one fighting moves, originating from the Samaran Isola. Sambo style.
Right fucking here. The fucker started coming to our bar.
Actually, they're admirably, surprisingly composed. Well, this one, but he's always fidgeting, so don't...
Like what, Copper? How many people have you sent to the Shays?
Shays Electrique is the...
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years.
The River Esperance Correctional Facility, a military prison run by the Coalition, dubbed Reunion by the inmates.
But you see, a lawman, is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we agreed that this man had to die.
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest A. How do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
Who do you fucking think does?
That's right, asshole. Titus Hardy.
I think you got your answer, Mr.
No, you did not get an answer. Titus does administrative work. He pushes paper, fills out. You don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way.
Known him?
Yeah. Who do you think we...
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed in.
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
No, I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow. Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interest in...
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus.
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out of line.
What kind of...
The kind that shows up when you start a strike.
A live grenade. Right.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit.
'Cause one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm RNA's God.
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there?
We couldn't believe it either. But he fucking did. Right there.
This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Wrong. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
From rape to harassment, he regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't...
To kill us all, if we don't open the gate.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started to come in here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. Show me your cunt. Why don't you show me your cunt? Then he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you.
Yeah, me and Eugene got around. Aren't you?
Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not?
No, you're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns. Yeah, lawman.
It's almost an anthropological site.
Not in the arresting mood?
By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps easy. Walk back from the provocation. They're armed, and they outnumber us. The lieutenant tries.
Wise move. You made the...
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to...
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. I've done this job for long enough to know that...
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Behind the dock workers,